In the heart of tear-shaped Sri Lanka, the so-called hill country is an area of rare natural beauty. In this misty land of wonders, tall mountains alternate with dreamy tea plantations and sleepy towns. One of them is Ella, a quaint town set amid spectacular scenery. No words or even images can describe the magic of Ella in Sri Lanka. Yet, it's worth to try, and this video about what to do in Ella does precisely that. It's here to give you a small taste of Ella's charms until the time comes for you to enjoy Ella with all your senses. A formerly lazy town that only locals knew of, Ella is now a lively tourist hub, one of the few places in Sri Lanka where Western cuisines and nightlife coexist with the country's traditional food and slow pace of life. Situated 200 kilometers east of Sri Lanka's capital Colombo, Ella enjoys a cooler climate than the country's lowlands and is known for its dramatic natural landscapes. Let's take a closer look at what to do in Ella for a trip to remember. The magic can start even before you reach Ella if you choose to get there by train. The Colombo-Badula train is considered one of the world's most scenic train rides, especially the Kandy to Ella part. Kandy is a UNESCO-listed sacred city, famous for the Festival of the Tooth, a historical Buddhist procession. Getting from Kandy to Ella on board Sri Lanka's iconic blue train is an unparalleled experience we know we will cherish for life. Not only because of the breathtakingly beautiful landscapes we saw along the way, but also because of the vibe. Sitting among locals, munching on delicious Sri Lankan treats, and standing by open doorways as Sri Lanka's countryside unfolds before your eyes doesn't happen every day. Since we're on the subject of railways, the next item on our list of the best things to see in Ella is the famous Nine-Arch Bridge. A fine example of British colonial architecture, the massive bridge is entirely made of stone and concrete, without any steel support. Nowadays, it's one of Sri Lanka's most popular attractions, beloved by tourists and locals alike. When we reached the bridge, we were pleasantly surprised by its joyous ambience. People were walking along the tracks or sitting by the bridge, their eyes filled with the sweet anticipation of the moment the train would cross the bridge. Oh, and what a unique moment that was! Make sure you time your visit to avoid missing the train crossing the bridge. Timetables change often, so it's best to check with your hotel in Ella for updated train schedules. It is a short downhill hike from the main road to the bridge, and it can be a bit strenuous on the way back. However, the whole Nine-Arch Bridge experience will reward you. Speaking of hikes, Ella is one of the best places in Sri Lanka to walk to your heart's content amidst natural landscapes of utter beauty. Probably the most famous hike is the one that takes you to the top of Ella Rock. This is quite a challenging hike though. For an easier yet equally stunning hike, opt for Little Adam's Peak instead, like we did. Don't confuse it with Adam's Peak though. The only thing these two have in common is a name. Little Adam's Peak is a pyramid-shaped hill that you can reach on foot from Ella town. The trail is flat at first, but then there are quite a few steps to climb. While hiking, we enjoyed gorgeous views of endless tea plantations in absolute peace and quiet. Once atop Little Adam's Peak, we were amazed by the panoramic views of the wider Ella area. Ella is renowned for its magnificent nature, yet it's not all about mountains and hills. Ella is also known for its spectacular waterfalls. There are many waterfalls near Ella that you can drive or hike to. During our recent trip, the first waterfall we saw was the Diyaluma, the second highest waterfall in Sri Lanka. You can see it from the road, but if weather and time allow it, you can hike to the much more impressive upper Diyaluma Falls. Another waterfall we enjoyed near Ella was Ravana Falls, among Sri Lanka's widest waterfalls. After admiring the splendor of Ravana Falls, we enjoyed delicious corn from the street vendors and shared a refreshing king coconut with one of many monkeys in the area. Ravana Falls was named after King Ravana, but it's not the only attraction related to this mythical character. Legend has it that Ravana kidnapped Princess Sita of India and hid her in a cave behind Ravana Falls. This cave is Ravana Eliya Cave, a cavern on a cliff that you can reach after climbing a bit too many steep steps. Only a small part of the cave is open to the public. The rest is blocked by a huge rock. On your way back, you can also visit the nearby Ravana Eliya Temple, a small Buddhist temple carved on the rock. Officially a Buddhist country, Sri Lanka offers plenty of opportunities to learn more about the Buddha and his teachings. Buddhism in Sri Lanka is tangible, a part of everyday life, and you can receive a blessing even on the side of the road. However, for a memorable experience, it's best to visit a Buddhist monastery. Built atop a hill overlooking the lovely countryside of Ella, Mahamevnawa Monastery stands out for two reasons: its brand new pagoda that dominates the hill and the kindness of its monks. One of them gave us a tour of the monastery and the impressive pagoda, a 33-meter tall masterpiece that was completed in the summer of 2024. The pagoda houses softly colored statues of the 7 latest Buddhas. After the insightful tour, we were invited for a cup of tea and a heartfelt chat with the monk. Regardless of religion or background, this serene setting, with its incredible views, is definitely a place to find inner peace. In Sri Lanka, friendships are formed over a cup of tea. The country's history is intertwined with the history of tea. Ceylon tea isn't just a brand name, but a pillar of Sri Lankan heritage and identity. This is why you can't leave Ella without visiting at least one tea plantation. During our latest trip to Sri Lanka, we joined a fantastic tour of the Halpe tea factory and plantation. We were greeted by Salle, a knowledgeable guide who took us on a mesmerizing trip into the world of tea.
But it's available in the plantation to pluck. From the field to the factory to make black tea, it takes maximum 3 days, Every 100 kilos of green leaf, you can make only 22 kilos of black tea. That much will come down. To make a cup of tea, you require...
As tea lovers, we were thrilled to learn so much about our favorite beverage. Then, we became tea collectors for a few minutes, only to realize what a hard job this is. A real tea collector showed us how it's done, and we were impressed by her skill, one that she hasn't lost, even though she's now over 70 years old. With deep admiration and respect towards these women, we moved to the on-site shop for a tea tasting before calculating if we had enough space in our luggage for all the tea we bought. If you're into tea as much as we are, you should visit Nuwara Eliya too. This is yet another town in Sri Lanka's hill country also known for the exquisite quality tea produced there. We hope you enjoyed this short yet sweet trip across the charms of Ela in Sri Lanka. Some of the experiences and activities in this video are available as part of guided tours. We have included links to some of the best among them in the description below. For more details about what to do in Ela, Sri Lanka, read the thorough guide we have published on our website. The link is also in the description below. Thank you for following us on this journey to Ela. If you enjoyed our video, please like it, share it with your friends, or comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as there's more Sri Lanka magic to come. See you next time!